afternoon, guys. It's your girl Vivian V with an interesting video kama kawaida. So guys, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And for the newbies, the newcomers, asanteni sana for hitting that subscribe button. And for the oldies, for the guys who've been there with me since day one, what can I say, man? Baraka, man. Asanteni sana for being there with me. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, guy, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. That's what I see them doing. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Yes. So guys, today, as I always tell you, when you see me sitting here, you know it's story time. So guys, today I am about to go check up a house. Yes, I know. I am about to go check out a house. I am going to be moving. I am going to be moving from this house to another house. So I know guys are asking, so where are you moving? Okay, first of all, this is just a one-bedroom house and I live alone. And I've been loving the privacy ever since. I've stayed here for about a year and a half. And I just feel like it's time in my life that I need to go somewhere else. You know what I mean? And especially now that I'm becoming a nice and great content creator, I need somewhere where it's a little bit big, somewhere where I can have a large kitchen, so that when I'm making those recipes, those food recipes, guys, we can have space. And I'm also looking to go somewhere where there are also other people. What do I mean? Here in Canada, you can have a shared houses. Yeah, you can have, it's very, 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 very common. Why is it common? Because of the because of the prices of renting a house. It is so high, especially in the city where I'm in right now, Vancouver. It's quite expensive. It's a very expensive city. So I am going to, I am open-minded. I'm like, I wanted to have another maybe one bedroom, but yes, as I've said, it's quite expensive. And again, I have been feeling so lonely. Yes, your girl is lonely. Can you imagine? When I was back at home, I was staying in a big house, but I was never lonely. But now here, it's a small space, but I'm lonely. So what are the odds? I mean, Canada is a great place, and I've always told you guys this. It's a land of opportunities, and we cannot dismiss that. But there's no social life here. Yes, there is no social life here. There's so much people can do, which is a good thing. But the social life is down there. So comment down below and let me know if you can relate. For my friends and my viewers who are watching across the board, I mean in abroad, tell me, can you relate the loneliness in abroad? Can you relate? Because guys are busy. Like, this place is a 24-hour economy, and so there are even night shifts and all that. So people have even like 3 jobs, and so they have no time for socializing. And the few days you have day off, maybe a day or two, mostly a day, you will find that somebody will be going, to do her laundry. That's the day that she wants to make the food for her all week. And that's the day that maybe she's going to go make her hair, or that's maybe the day she's going to go, see her boyfriend. You know what I mean? And things like those, or go do the shopping for the groceries and all that. So here, it's quite busy. Please comment down below and let me know if you can relate. When I was back home, even when I was working, guys, I used to see my friends all the time. Like, I used to go out all the time here. Like, the out life is so dead. Okay, there's still some people who go out. And one of these days, guys, I'm going to take you there and show you how the nightlife is in this city. Yes, there are people who go out. It's just that I'm in a different period in my life that I'm not longer that kind of person of going out, partying and all that. But however, yes, people can still have fun, but it's still not as much as fun as how we could have back at home. Yes. Comment down below and tell me if you can relate. So sometimes I feel homesick. Yeah, sometimes I feel that lonely. I can imagine when I was back home, I used to have a bigger house. I used to stay in a bigger house, but I never used to be lonely. And I still used to stay alone. But here, I'm in a smaller space, but I am feeling lonely. So that is one of the other reasons why I am moving. Another reason is also because because of also the content creating. I want to move to a bigger place where I can have different sittings. You know what I mean? I can have different places of doing my videos and my vlogs. I can have a nice garden, at the background. I'm looking for something like that. So I hope that I'm going to get a house. Another reason why I am moving is because this house is getting sold. Yeah, and so yeah, I have to move. So that's also another reason. So mainly before, I was supposed to move in with my friend. So we were supposed to get like a 2-bedroom house, and we were supposed to share and all that. But something happened, and she's not able to, she's not able to, move in with me. But nevertheless, I still have to move. Yeah, and that is something which is stressing me, because I'm the kind of person who does things like the last minute. I knew I was moving since January, but we are in almost 2 weeks to end of March. And today is the first day I'm going to view a house and see if the landlord will accept me, if we're going to connect, and if I'm going to move there. And if I'm going to be accepted, of course, guys, I will just pay the deposit and I'll wait for my day of moving, which is 1st April, and I will move. So by the time you're watching this video, guys, I'm sure I might have already moved. Or if I won't have moved, maybe I might have already gotten a place. But please, if I won't have gotten a place, please pray for me I get a place. Guys, can I tell you something? Can I confide in you? Getting a house or renting a house in Canada is not as easy as you may think. What do I mean? I mean, the kind of things that they check, or the things that they want. I mean, it's so hard. They make it so hard. It's like buying a house, and yet it's just renting. So they will ask you for your employer's letter. They will also ask you the contact of your landlord, which that is okay, and it is very normal back at home. Comment down below and tell me if you can relate. So they'll ask for the contact of your previous landlord, and maybe to just call the previous landlord and to know what kind of a tenant you are, and that is okay. I think even back at home they do that, but now here they go an extra mile. What do I mean by this? I mean, they will check this thing which is called credit check. Yeah, so they're checking if you've been able to be paying your credit. Like, or did you abandon it? Like, are you a reliable person, or you're just going to move in and then after 3 months you say you don't have money to pay, and then they don't want that. So they do the credit check. Then they want the employer's letter, or they want maybe the last 4 or 3 pay slips of your work. Guys, I know, right? In Kenya, as long as you have the money, nobody will care so much about the other next few months which are coming. I mean, as long as you have the 2 months deposit and the 1 month's rent, you can move in. Of course, these other bigger houses, yes, maybe they'll ask you where do you work, blah blah blah. But you can just come up with something and say, I have a business, blah blah. But they will not go back checking. But here it is different. Everything you give them, they have to check. So they want you to be employed and all that. And then also, they want to know your salary And that time you're just going for a small house. Imagine, it's not like a 4-bedroom house you're going for. It's just a small house, but the kind of things which you're asked, I'm telling you, oh my God. So looking for a house here, and a house hunting is so exhausting. It's so exhausting. Sometimes I'm like, whoa. Yani sipendi kutafuta nyumba, and if it were up to me, I would have just stayed here. But anyway, it's time for a change, and a change is as good as a rest, as they say. So guys, what else do they need? Yes, after checking the credit check, blah blah blah. Yeah, they want to know the reason as to why you are leaving the other place, blah blah. You have to explain, and whatever you're explaining, it has to match with the landlord. So if the landlord or the landlady doesn't give you a good recommendation, guys, you're missing that house. So sometimes you can even just have the money, but the money is just not enough. Sometimes you can go check the house, and the landlord or the landlady just tells you, you know what, I will get back at you. And he will stay like 2 weeks just to come back and tell you, no, I'm sorry, I just gave someone else. So he will get this many interviews, and then from his interviews with other tenants, he will choose whom he thinks will be appropriate for his house. Yani, huku hawananga haraka. So money does not count. Yes, it counts in your credit check if you've been paying your bills, because that is what the credit check means. If you've been paying your bills, if you've been paying your credit cards, that works so much. So if you have not been paying your credit cards, guys, and they check it, no house for you. Imagine. So you have a job, but maybe because of some circumstances, you didn't pay your credit card, and maybe when you got the money, you paid it back, but when they go to check, they see those kind of miscellaneous things, like those kind of stuff. Guys, that guy will just not give you a house. Or you might just go to look for a house, and you have all those things. You have the credit check, you have the pay slips, you have a good relationship with your previous landlord, and still maybe the landlord just didn't like you. I'm like, what are the odds? I mean, why would they make house hunting or looking for a house become this hard? And this is just a small house I'm talking about. So you can imagine the people who are looking for big house, like I'm talking about 4-bedroom machinates, because there's still people who are living in big houses and they haven't owned them. It's renting, excuse me. So guys, I'm like, oh God, I don't know, but I'm just crossing my fingers and I get a place, because it has really been stressing me. So I thought it'd be good to come and address this issue over here, so that you can know the differences between Kenya and Canada. So guys, wish me luck to getting that home, that house. And if I get it, I'll be so glad. I will be so glad, because it's somewhere where I think it's going to be a big room. It's a shared, yes, I told you. So when my friend decided she won't be able to join me to move into a 2-bedroom house, so I decided, why should I go back and live alone? Because in my mind, I had already set it that I don't want to be alone anymore. I just want to have somebody like in the house, and it's very common here, as I've told you. It's very, very, very common. So I've never been in a position where I have been looking for a house since I came to Canada. So this is the story. I came to Canada. I was actually even picked from the airport, guys. I was kind of like that lucky. I was picked up the airport. I was already, I went into a home which was already set up. I had already a bedroom, and I'm telling you, I was lucky, because guys, when they come here and they're new, it becomes so hard to settle down. And after we all moved from there, it was a shared also, and we had a very good time there. But at the end of the lease, guys decided to everybody go their own way. At that time, Guys, guess what? This is what happens with humans. At that time, I really wanted a privacy. I really wanted privacy, and I wanted to be in a place where I am all by myself. As they say, I want my privacy. Privacy what? Privacy what? Now I don't want the privacy anymore. I am so lonely. I am so lonely. So we moved from there after the lease ended, yes, and everybody went on their own way. And so how I got to meet this house, how I got to come into this house was through a friend. So the friend who was staying here also went and wanted a 2-bedroom. And so when he left to the 2-bedroom, he talked to the landlord, and that's how I got this house. So guys, you can see I have been kind of lucky when it comes to the housing. I have been kind of lucky when it comes to the house hunting here in Canada. But now, oh my God, OMG, right now I am back in the house hunting, and I can't believe it. Even though I feel good that I want to be in a new place, but the exhaustion, like, it's so exhausting, it's so stressing every time to having to check the houses. And where do we check the houses, by the way? Here we check the houses in an app called Craigslist. We check housing in an app called Craigslist, and we also check housing in an app called Facebook Market, which I know we also have it in Kenya. Yeah, so the Facebook Market also, you can check houses, and then you can just write your resume about yourself, what you do for work, blah blah blah, all those stuff, and then the guy can reply to you. He'll ask you some questions, or she will ask you some questions as the landlord, and then you can arrange a meeting. And when you arrange a meeting, it's not only you. So that day, it's going to be an open day. So that day, many people are going to come. And so everybody is going, for the people who are coming, everybody is going to have a timing with the landlord. And so he will ask you still some personal questions, like on one-on-one, maybe just trying to check whatever you wrote is checking out with what you're saying there. And then he will tell you, or she will tell you, I will get back at you. And then you come back home. Then maybe after I don't know how many days, and then they're never in a hurry. Oh my God, they are never in a hurry. So you'll be waiting. So you can't still put a pin on one house, because you might just be waiting, and he just decided to give it to someone else for whatever reasons. You might even have passed everything, the background check, because they also do the background check. You might pass everything, but they just, I don't know what it is here. Like, money does not matter that much. They don't care so much about your money. Unlike back home, as long as you have the money, you just tell somebody, oh, I will pay for 3 months or 4 months, they take it, Here, it's not like that. And I have never understood it. So the house hunting is quite an exhausting experience. However, it's also a good experience. Guys, you're gonna see all about the kind of houses I'm going to visit. I'm going to be taking some preview videos, and you're going to check it out. You're going to see with me and tell me if you think that's an appropriate place, or if you think it's a good place, and we're going to share more. So comment down below and let me know what you think. Comment down below and let me know what you think. There's one more thing. Yes, about the deposit. Here in Kenya, we pay 2 months deposit, 1 month rent. Is that right? 2 months deposit and 1 month's rent. That's how we pay the houses. Here we pay one month rent and half a deposit. Did I get that right? 1 month rent and half month a deposit. That's it. So it's a 1 month rent and one month rent and half a month of the deposit. So if I go and maybe the landlord likes me to get the house, wants me to take the house, I will just pay the deposit, which is half the rent, not a whole month, half the rent. Then also before I get in, then I can be able to pay the 1 month rent, which will be for the month that I am going to be living. So if I go today and I get the house, then I will be able to pay half month the deposit to just keep the house. Then before I get in 1st April, I'm going to pay the 1 month rent. The 1 month rent which I will be now living in. That is awesome. I find that being awesome because it's kind of easy. But you might say it's kind of easy, but it's because here, when people work, they're paid not monthly. Here, people, when we work, guys, when guys work, they're not paid monthly. What do I mean? Guys are paid after every 2 weeks. What do I mean? So your check will be after 2 weeks. Then after another 2 weeks, you're paid. So per month, you're paid twice. This is because of the kind of bills that people have here. People have so many bills. Guys back at home, you might think that, yes, living in abroad is a dream. Yes, it is a dream. But let me tell you, and I always told you, that this money doesn't come so easy. It doesn't come easy because every month, like if you're paid, and it's everywhere in Canada, the system pays you after 2 weeks. So in one of the 2 weeks, the kind of money that you get is just for the rent. Then the other 2 weeks, the kind of money that you get is just for the groceries, for the internet, for maybe your mobile, for maybe insurance of the car, for maybe what else? Maybe you're servicing the car, or for shopping. Yeah, if you want to make now your hair. What else, guys? Yes, so many things. So by the end of the day, and also maybe sometimes you're sending money back at home. So by the end of the day, this money, you get the money, you just pay bills. You get the money, you pay. So for 1 per 2 weeks, you get the money, you pay the bills, like for the groceries, the shopping, the laundry, the internet, the phone pay. I told you about the phone pay. If you haven't known how about the phone pays here, go back to my videos and you're going to relate with it. The phone pays, and the insurance, the car insurance, what else? If you want to go to the salon and all those things. And then the 1 per 2 weeks is just for the rent. Because after you pay the rent, that one for 1 per 2 weeks, nothing much is left. Yeah. And that's why you see guys here work like crazy. They work like crazy. Another thing is taxes here. Wololo. Hey. Wololo. Taxes. Guys, the taxes here is unbelievable. You see a paycheck like this and you're like, what? Yeah, it's like that. It's so high. But that is a story of another day. That is a story of another day. For now, let me go and check the house before I miss my appointment. As I told you guys, yeah, go with appointment. So let me go check the house and I will let you know what happens after that. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. I hope I get that house because I'm already tired. I just want to settle in, and so that I can also give you good content after content. Guys, we are going to the road to 700. Please, I'm begging you in the name of God. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, watch my videos, like, share, and comment. It's your girl once again, Vivian V. I'm so happy to have had this time. I didn't know I would make it, but I have made it, and I am so happy. So for me, what I can tell you is Barakame and mwah, 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 mwah.